Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. It's Sarah One today.
Hello.
It's the most wonderful day of the week. But I'm here every single day because I want to take your political questions. Just throw them in the chat before I come on. And we have epic troll slayers who have they've been keeping us safe for years. Excuse me. And I have been on, other than 2 emergencies, I have been on every single day for over 5 years. So when I say I want to answer your questions, I really want, I'm right here. But we have a great community because you've been so kind to each other, so kind to me and to Miss Sarah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And if you are part of the, if you're part of the community, I'm so sorry, my throat. I was fine. Wasn't I fine?
Yes, you were.
If you're part of the community watching on replay, hello. The questions are down in the description box. Miss Sarah will be time-stamping as we go today. And so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. So I have the most pathetic cup of tea here. I was hurrying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carolyn, thank you so much. Thank you. But I was in such a hurry that I turn on the kettle, and I'm running, and I grab the kettle and I fill this up and I go all the way through, stay calm, thinking, oh wow, I'm gonna have stewed my tea, right? It was stone cold. And so I took this out and I put this in the microwave for like 2 minutes. It's still very cold and I don't know what's going on. It's like grass clippings like everywhere.
Oh my.
And yeah, so I don't know what this is, and it's not hot for some reason, and it's very strange. Anyway, does it matter in the grand scheme of things? No. In reality, tea shouldn't do this. Anyway, but I was trying to get here. So
Is it okay? No.
Yeah. Okay, I have some leftover coffee from earlier. We'll just stick with this. Oh boy.
I know. The whole time as you're putting that up, to hear about that, I was like, she's gonna regret that. This isn't, we're gonna smile and be supportive, but it will not end well. No.
Sarah is wise.
Louis
Yes,
said this put catnip in it.
Oh, there we go. Yes, fiber tea.
Oh, goodness.
Do I need to turn my lighting down? Am I washed out? Okay, good. All right, in that case, so I've got to pull the questions up because I've been rushing, but boy, there's craziness going on.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I do today's episode? On today's episode?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. On today's episode, oh wait. There. On today's episode, the new gold card Visa was announced, and it's not a credit card. This is Trump's idea. Come, Russian oligarchs. Make yourself at home. Was the state plan to visit Russia related to the upcoming inspection of Fort Knox? The GOP elected to make substantial cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, and WIC. Will this cause the Trump cult to complete its implosion? Oh, I didn't think the Jaguars would eat my face.
No, not at all. I'm going to turn my air off because it's a little loud. All right. Joanne. Congratulations.
Oh, that's good news.
I'm so happy for you, sweetheart.
Yes. And hello, Flora from us in Australia. I do hope you got some rest.
Yes. All right, y'all. Y'all.
When you're not here and there are stories like this, people in the chat literally say, I can hear Sarah right now. Y'all.
Y'all. Okay, so yesterday, a new path to citizenship was introduced with the proposed gold card visa that can be bought for not one, not two, not three, not four, but $5 million.
$5 million.
So this has been debated and ultimately shut down in other countries because it opens the door to oligarchs and criminals buying their way into citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
So first we're going to look at, here in the U.S., will it go through? Ultimately, is this something that's going to happen?
And it was Trump's idea.
Yeah.
And he specifically brought up Russian oligarchs when he announced it. Lewis says, I am $4,999,999 short.
I hear you. Oh, Joyce. Will melanated Russian oligarchs be allowed in? Ooh.
Well, there aren't any.
Okay,
so selling citizenship for $5 million. And this was Trump's idea. And this was Trump's idea because there's no information on it. Like, really, who are they paying $5 million to?
They'll figure.
Where does that go? Does any of it go into Trump's pockets? I mean, there's nothing.
Wow. Right now we have an investment visa for those who want to come over and invest, start businesses and invest in our economy. And he wants us to replace that. So, yeah.
Can he get it done? It's right in the center of God. It's one of those many, many, many ideas of his. Maybe there will probably be an executive order at some point. Excuse me. My nose itches right there. Right there. Right there. Not a good use of our resources. But yeah, he's the emperor. It's his decision, and one more of his dumb ideas. There should be some higher wisdom involved, but no, there are things you can hide, and there's some people sitting pretty because they have money. So, and if there's one thing we know about MAGA, it's that if you have money, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, desperate mothers at the border with children, oh, they need not apply.
Well, following along with that, Retelling Savoy has a follow-up question. Will the filthy fingers with gold visas be able to launder their ill-gotten gains provided banking rules, regulations, and laws are rewritten? Are we going to make it a real sweetheart deal for everybody that comes over?
I don't know that there's that much need to rework hardly any of the regulations. I mean, Russians have been laundering money by buying Trump properties for decades. He's, the only reason Trump survived as long as he did to even get to be in The Apprentice was Deutsche Bank laundering money and paying millions upon millions and millions and millions of dollars in fines, but they were bringing in so much money that it was like, yeah, we lose a percentage in fines. A couple people have to go, but look at all this money. So they became his lender when nobody else would touch him.
Yeah.
So,
Just going to invite more of the same.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So many of his supporters have this Norman Rockwell-ish idea about America. And do any of these people remember what happened after the fall of the Soviet Union? And that chaos and the destruction of people's lives? And what so many women had to do just to survive? What? Breaking news. Do you remember the actress Michelle Trachtenberg?
Oh, I was going to mention that when you were, that happened when you were in the, when you were in Stay Calm. I meant to bring it up, but we got distracted.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is.
She bless her soul. Yeah, she played Buffy's sister. Oh,
She played her sister on All My Children too. When they were
really?
when they were both little. Yeah.
Oh, man, bless. Whew. Anyway, bless her soul. Women very badly mistreated. There was just chaos. Chaos. Women mistreated. This is a bunch of hogwash. Will things change? Yeah, they'll have to. Surprise! Democrats are going to have to go back in and clean this up later. Who's shocked? Show of hands. And of course, yeah, with all of it, speaking, Vera mentioned taxes. Someone earlier, I'm so sorry, I missed. I want to give you credit, but someone else mentioned taxes as well. But if Trump's big, beautiful budget goes through, these people don't pay taxes. Their companies don't pay taxes.
It's up to us. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Well, at 12:50, this kid has a... Go ahead.
Sorry, Miss Gibson, but we're not all going to lose everything. No, we're not going to lose everything. Honestly, I don't think we are. It's not going to be nice. It's going to be bad. But of all the things we've already survived, seriously, there's been so much. And we made it through. So hang in there. Anna's saying, where are the aliens? We need them. Hello. Hello.
Sent the bat signal.
Yeah. And Chris Quill says a felon promised that they'd be taxpayers.
Yeah.
Literally no. Literally no.
Not much. No. Well, this kid has a question. Says Muskrat and DOGE have not gone through HR.gov, right? Nor Congress for vetting and or hiring. How are they getting paid? Because they're not on any official payroll. So Musk nor all of his little underlings. So are they being paid by Trump, Putin? How is this?
Because I know they were, because somebody has said they were paid $7 million.
Well, I haven't seen that. That's not to say that it has that's not a thing.
Yeah, I think there's something in Google about they have been paid.
Okay. Well, then we're just gonna skip that one then. Okay. All right. At 13:35, Nanette has a question. So the state plane that visited Putty last week, right? Somebody flew over in the big old plane, sat in there, and rolled back. Could it have been delivering the gold he's now selling, gold that possibly Elon and Trump will declare missing from Fort Knox after their visit. Basically, is there any connection between the plane that went to Russia and the upcoming Fort Knox visit?
Okay. Direct connection.
Yes. Maybe a plan about the gold. I don't think the actual gold was on the plane.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, the card for the reading is that small potatoes.
Okay.
I've got the Hanged Man, Sun, Knight of Swords, and if you don't, I've had some complaints now and then about people saying, you just show the cards. I don't know what that means. I'm just letting people who do read cards, just letting know what I'm pulling, and then I tell you what it feels like. So there's a Hanged Man. There's a Sun card, Major Arcana. Middle card is the Knight of Swords, which is aggressive action. Seven of Cups is illusion, delusion, fog, nonsense, and then Quiet is a tomb. There's nothing.
Okay.
It's not directly related other than
Right. Yeah.
felonious dump.
All right. Well, at 1640, Claude has a question.
Mhm.
Are we witnessing the beginning of an implosion of the Trump cult? It was said that if the GOP passes a bill for the Medicaid cut, it would be political suicide. And they did it anyway. As the energy is always shifting, now that they did it, how will this affect them in the next midterms election? So now that now that Speaker Mikey was like, yeah, we could just cut all that. Is the energy now more solidified that they've shot themselves in the foot, metaphorically?
Well, but the Senate did not agree to that.
Well, it's still in front of the Senate because it was last night that it cleared the House.
I could be wrong. I thought that the Senate passed their own budget that was stripped down and weirdly included lowering funding for the border, which was like, what? And then the House came, but the House Speaker, heretic, they passed Trump's big beautiful bill. So now there's reconciliation. They have to do reconciliation.
Okay.
Which the House and the Senate can do at least. It's like once every 4 years, or is it twice?
Okay.
I know it's at least once every 4 years, where they don't have to get the bigger levels of votes to pass this. So they do reconciliation. The problem is that the Senate bill and the House bill are so wildly different that makes reconciliation a tad difficult. Of course, Mrs. Budgets will go back and forth between the House and Senate for reconciliation. Yeah. So, Republicans. Breaking news. Trump administration sends memo to federal agencies with guidance on how to conduct mass layoffs. Fab.
EJ, thank you. It's $20 on Amazon. Appreciate you though.
I need some clarification. By the way, I was listening to another reader at some point, someone who is not one of the regulars I listen to, but that person was saying that you should never need to pull a clarifier. And I was like, Well, you do you, boo-boo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, hold it. Yeah, funny. It's a wig, sweetheart. It's a yes. It's a wig. Yeah, I love y'all.
Oh, I don't like this. Slash and burn. But do give the rich money, huge chunk of money, world card, as in the end of an era, end of the chapter of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Center is legislation and people having to move. They are the cult members and quiet as a tomb.
Mm.
So I thought, okay, wait a second. Does that mean that this may be what they want, but it doesn't pass? So I was like, okay, please give me, please give me a clarifier on this. And I got the chariot, which means they're going forward with this whole reconciliation, this whole movement, this whole thing, and it's far right talking points and what have you. And I got disease and poverty right in the middle, and the Queen of Pentacles, the Republicans coming together. I'm trying so hard to be like, well, maybe that just means, well, maybe that just means, well, maybe that just means that's just what they're talking about. That doesn't mean what they're going to do. I'm going to ask specifically at 21:45, 21:50, 22. At 22 minutes in, I'm going to ask, are they going to cut Medicaid, Medicare? In this budget. I'm sorry, but do tell me, Mikey, how deeply Christian you are. Because what would Jesus do? Instead, it's what would J for Genius do? Okay, we're afraid it's going to be donezo. It would be more like cuts, but Democrats are standing up. We're hoping there's some part of this that the Republicans have to walk away from, because you've got such a united front of Democrats. Three of Cups is, it's good that we're happy Democrats. We're going to pull together. We're standing together. But then I've got the Emperor and a whole lot of money and a whole new beginning, and it's like I don't like. Please prove me wrong. Please, I'm happy to be wrong. Totally, 100%. Please tell me they're not cutting this. Visualize 70 says, well, Jesus would work out some kind of deal with 5 loaves and 2 fishes to feed 5,000 people.
Yes, he would. Jesus, the original extreme couponer. Yes.
I'm sorry, I just keep pulling cards. Like, tell me something. I'll just keep pulling cards. It's just something else. Everything, the whole group. You guys voted for this over there. Not listening to decency. We warned you. We warned you. We warned. This is you saying, I don't know. I don't want to hear it. Cups are Democrats. I don't want to hear it. This is the card of refusal. And there's the cult. And the card for the reading is, on the far right, they're feeling so beaten up. We told you. We told you.
Yay. Yucca flippin' do, yo.
But tell me, seriously, please.
Yeah.
Please tell me this whole thing's going to blow up and It's not going to be touched, and nobody's going to get hurt. I will please, I will eat that humble pie. Give
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Give it.
Yes. Well, we're going to be okay.
I love pie. I'll eat humble pie. Happy. If it means people aren't hurting, I'll eat it. I'm sorry. You were going to say something?
No, you're good. I can't answer how we're going to be okay just yet, but we're going to be.
It's going to get hard.
Yeah.
We know it's going to get hard, but do remember, just like Fred Rogers' mother said, look for the helpers. Patty's asking, is humble pie vegan? Sure. Sure.
Oh, Sherry.
There are I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there are people, Democrats are stepping up, are speaking out. Yes.
We have each other, though. We're gonna. All right. Nettie has a question at 26:30. Autumn, what do the cards say? Oh, thank you, Mr. Dill.
Thank you, Mr. Dill.
Yes. What do the cards say about Tom, the ice czar's order regarding local police not complying with his orders due to their state laws? How bad will the clash be? Could we be looking at violence? So basically, Mr. Tom is quite upset that a lot of local police departments are not, they're not turning in people of their own community. Like, it's like you have, and Tom's like, you have to, or you are not in compliance with federal law. And then local police are just like, come at me, bro. So there's some disconnect there. He's holding his fifis. So
it's jumping. I'm sorry. Thank you. And it's just your username on top of that statement. It's just,
yeah,
not literally. Okay. So basically, Homan, who is not human, rolls up in his jackboots and is mad at local law enforcement who are supposed to be ultra right-wing Trump all the way, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, they're like, we got to take care of our people. They are our people. They're in our jurisdiction. They're our people, and we take care of our people.
Right, and if they feel like they can't trust us and they stop coming to us, crime explodes.
Yes.
And then we have to deal with that. But Homan can't hear anything over the sound of his goose-stepping jackboots. And if you think I'm being ridiculously over the top, go listen to what he says to AOC.
Yeah.
Jawohl. Ace of Swords. They're supposed to be okay. This is your police with their individual weapon doing their thing. Queen of Wands. No. You're supposed to be MAGA. You're supposed to be rule of what we say is law. Strangely enough, I've got the Queen of Cups in the middle. And then the Three of Cups. And then the Queen of Pentacles. And the card for the reading is the Strength card. Why have I got women? All kinds of women in the way. We're not playing. Good. I don't know why it would be specifically women. Not all police are male.
No.
Let me see. Oh gosh, Shauna says just about everyone in my office is ashamed of our former coworker who works for Homan now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, arsenic. We're not going back. Sabine says women will bring the orange menace down. So I'm asking about the police not working with Homan. They're not going to. They're just like, it doesn't matter that Homan is yeah. It doesn't matter how much power he has. Strength against the chaos. We're not doing it. Silence. 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups. We know what you're going to do to these people. We're not going to destroy families. And who? I don't know her. I don't know him.
Right? Who? No.
And that's what a lot of like people who are like on social media and what have you are saying. It's like, look, if you are a bona fide American citizen, especially if you're Caucasian and all this stuff, then when you see ICE, waste their time.
And hey, how's your mom and them? How you doing? Y'all have some water today? How's it? Are y'all just traveling through? I mean, just be the most annoying Southern person that has just. Oh, I just want to. Don't do anything that's going to get you arrested.
I so appreciate what you're doing. Oh, is there anything I can do to help? I really do. Oh, that person, I don't know. I don't know who that is, but is there anything else I could do? Here, why don't you have some cookies? I could, I could. Or actually, wait a second. Does that person live? Is it that house over there? I can't remember. I think it might be. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I can't be more help, but.
Are you walking with a slight lip? My granddaddy's half-step neighbor-in-law, they had something wrong and they ignored it. And then next thing you know, they had to have just be ridiculous. Just be ridiculous. No, TJ, don't do anything. While that's amusing mentally, we're not going to advocate that because you could seriously hurt somebody. We don't want anybody. We're not trying to do anything that is going to, but.
Yeah. I have to tell you, though, for something a little happier thought, there is a guy on TikTok.
Yes.
And he's called he calls himself, the account is Fake Goosebumps Guy.
Okay.
Like Goosebumps, the books, I guess, but Fake Goosebumps Guy. All right. He's hysterical. And one of the things he keeps doing is he did it for Musk, he did it for Trump, he did the whole thing, which is I hate him so much that, and then he lists all these things. I hate him so much. One of my legs is about to jump off of my body like a frightened lizard. I hate him so much. And then there was one he had last night that I thought was very clever. I hate Trump so much. I hate Trump with such a passion. I think I'm growing a pearl somewhere inside my being.
That is hysterical. That is absolutely hysterical. Oh, goodness.
Hello, Trouble. How you doing? Where you been?
But this is also one of those that age works in your favor. Because if you could come across, I mean, if you've got some gray hair and some wrinkles, play that up. I mean, just act way more infirm than you actually are, and then just ask them, you look like you could be. Is your mama's name Marion? Like, I mean, just just because, and if you play it up in your soup, they're not going to just be as complete, take up as much time as you can. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. No, I agree. And I'm not saying anyway like to shut you down at all. No. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. All right. At 35:20 or 15. All right. Kay has a
Sabine
question.
says I'm not allowed to color my hair. I don't understand what you're talking about. Actually, I did that this morning. I just used a purple shampoo.
No, I was saying that if you happen to be all gray, if you're of a certain age and you happen to be all gray, play that up. Play it up as much as you can to delay them from,
Lois, I agree 100%. Sarah for Senate.
Oh no. I'm too.
I'd vote for you in a heartbeat.
You're very sweet. You're very sweet. But it would be. I would be very. Let me tell you something about you that you don't know.
Well, that's what they need.
I know. It'd be like
Thank you, Charles.
When somebody asked Jasmine Crockett about what she would say to Elon Musk. I can't repeat that.
Oh yeah.
She had two words.
It was 2 words. It was 2 words. The first began with an F. The second word began with a Y.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I would spend more time being tossed out of session for my mouth than, because even if my mouth wasn't running, sometimes I can't tear my face off. So just be like, yeah. All right. So Kay has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Elonia Muck losing his money as his stocks drop? Is that why he's distancing himself from DOGE? Yeah, he seems lately the last few, like he's still officially talking about stuff, but he's not quoting DOGE specifically on things the last few days as much as he has been. It's been kind of odd. And stocks are.
Oh, and it's not like he's been busy taking care of his kids.
No.
Because he left that one on the staircase.
I know. I was just fixing to say. Chris schooled me too. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Grace says Leon had center stage at the first cabinet meeting. Did they go around the room like they did last time? Kissing the ring as twere?
Ew. Yeah, I could do.
Okay. That man was flying high this weekend at CPAC. I mean,
yeah.
Hi. He's like, you're not reading on this jerk, are you? What you doing? Hi. He's hurt a lot of people. Still doing it. But he is getting pushback. It's hurting him financially. There is a temperance card there. There's pushback. Queen of Pentacles. But he's not going to stop yet. He's definitely feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, what this guy's day actually looks like. And how often does he talk to his accountants?
Ooh.
Because he seems to be spending so much of his time.
Yeah.
Let's say destroying, if basically hurting people, and perhaps partaking.
Yes. I'm going to read this next question, which is a follow-up, and then I need to step right for real quick. But Retelling Savoy has a question. Are we missing the real goals of DOGE? That it's a distraction while Dumpy creates a kleptocracy. For example, Musk gets the FAA deal. Tim Cook gets a sweetheart deal in Texas. And Congress passes more tax cuts. So is DOGE just a big distraction?
No. And I decided I'm going to start calling it Dodge.
I'm with you.
If you need to do whatever you need to do, my friend.
We're good. No, we're good.
The DOGE, that's part of the plan. It's a cover for all of the tax breaks, all the sweetheart deals, the kleptocracy, the oligarchy, which is, and if you go read Project 2025, you poor thing, yeah, this is all part and parcel. I guess I could pull 3 cards, but this is all the same. Yeah, Tam. Department of Government Evil. Yes, Patty, we need to get out of DOGE.
I love that.
I'll
be right back.
Yeah. No, this is part and parcel. They're trying to do things as quickly as possible, but these are just decisions waiting for their ship to come in, slash and burn. So, yeah. No, they really are that awful. Okay. So, sorry, that's not mine. I had no control over that noise. All right. The next 4130. Let me refresh the page. All right, 1 second. Okay, so this next question is, are Dumpy and the felonious wannabes getting censorship spreading? The latest example is after the AP ban, the media office gets to pick the press pool. Yeah, the secretary. Bezos gets rid of the current opinion editor. Are they trying to spread censorship? Absolutely. You don't question the would-be king. So, yeah. Authoritarianism 101. Get rid of your free press in any possible way you can. Son. Yeah, those were the days, my friends. There used to be more transparency. I am not saying it's always been perfect by any stretch, but yeah, things used to be better. King of Swords, those are your reporters who have been taken over by corporate interests. Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, and this is these hoops they have to jump through, and authoritarian Barbie going up there and saying that corporate media will not have the power anymore, and so she's going to bring in truly independent voices who don't ask real questions. Yeah.
Did you say it? Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I don't think I typed in anything. I
okay, I didn't know if you did the time stamping for this question.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you had. Sorry,
no,
sorry.
It was at 41. Okay, I got it. I got you.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry to interrupt. But no, yeah. KK Caroline. Whoo. Whoo.
I love that.
And y'all know. Have y'all talked about why the AP is banned?
Because they wouldn't call it the Gulf of
America
stupidity. Trump's stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I read on we wish she would leave it. Yesterday, day before, whatever it was. No, she's got massive blinders on. I mean massive. You can try pointing out facts to her
Mm-hmm.
It's willful, but she cannot see anything other than this narrow view.
Mm.
Like there's this whole world of all this and other information. It's when I read on her, it's just these blinders are like they're narrow and they are complete. Bless you.
Every time I see her or I read anything about her, I just have outcast roses in my head. If you know, you know. Yeah. Whew. Timu Barbie. Mark says, I can't with y'all. Whew. All right. At 45:35, Heather has a question. CTV News in Canada is reporting that Putin has offered to help Dumpy win the trade war with Canada by shipping aluminum to the U.S. and steel, just bypassing Canada altogether. Will this actually go through? To clarify, Russia would supply the U.S. with aluminum and steel products.
There's sanctions in place. Not supposed to be doing that.
I mean, have either of them ever played by supposed to's?
I'm getting mixed energy here. I mean, I've got Queen of Wands. I've got the cult members in the government willing to go along, but there's the Knight of Cups. This is Democrats pushing back hard. So there's just a big sword right in the way, and the Queen of Cups for their reading. I've got huge pushback on this. Because there are already some Republicans that are like, no, we're not playing footsie. Ooh, yuck, with Putin. Sorry, I should not have said that.
You're good. Guadalupe said, I heard the Gulf of Mexico is going to be now called the Gulf of Depeche Mode. I mean, I'm okay with this. Yeah. All right.
People are people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully.
Yeah. At 47:30, Claude has a question. Has the avian flu become a threat to the public? What will happen with the actual measles outbreak in Texas and New Mexico? Will it be controlled? Will Americans face another health crisis? Oh, Claude.
Thank you.
That's how Boo often comes often on screen. Oh, Claude, you're so sweet.
Thank you.
So are we looking at something funky? Because, you know, we've got RFK Jr. to save us.
We've also got Saturn coming up to conjunct Neptune, which in the past has sometimes referred to disease. Well, there's the country. What do we got here, dear? Well, what's wrong?
Your mic. Something went really weird with your mic.
Oh, is it gone weird still?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Well, no, now it's fine.
Okay.
That was very weird. I don't know what
Sorry.
it was. Okay. No, you're good.
When it comes to illness, pandemic, these kinds of things, it such is the human condition. It comes and goes. It comes and goes.
Oh, okay. What? Oh. All right. Lori says it was the cat purring. I know, right? You're muted. If you're still talking, you muted yourself.
Sorry.
You're good.
These things come and go.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pull this back. I can't remember what order these cards were in.
It's okay.
I got distracted by the noise. the most vexing.
It's okay.
1 second.
Well, while you're pulling that, of course, now is the time, folks, for you to, if you are able to get boosters of anything, let's, yeah.
I have heard not as much about avian flu going directly to humans, as in hurting us, but it's starting maybe. But I have heard people who work in the poultry industry accidentally bringing it home and their cats, and it not ending well. So please be careful.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I mean, I'm not, obviously, most of us don't work in that, but in that industry, but it's just on the defensive. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, we know that Dumpy and his ilk, they've got it. You've got RFK Jr. in there. I mean, they're not being sensible, and so it just makes us more vulnerable. It just does, and then they're not acting in good faith. I'm not saying there's going to be another pandemic, but what I'm saying is, as long as these people are in power, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wipe stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel comfortable wearing a mask, just do it. If somebody complains, tell them to mind their business. And someone in your family's sick.
Right. Oh, good. Oh, Lewis, I can't with you. Oh, goodness. But yes, make sure, do what you can to take care of yourself. And stay up to date on your boosters. Do what you can. All right. And
Lisa was saying cats don't like DOGE. That was cute.
I love that. Oh,
Tam's asking how long before they get rid of soap. Yeah. We are more vulnerable. So I'm a broken record. We need to be, if you can buy things on sale so you can stock up even a tiny bit on anything, I would recommend that as I'm not a financial advisor, but just as a person, stock up any way you can. And if you even have a windowsill where you could maybe grow some lettuce, or let alone space in your backyard or something for a little raised bed or something, do it. But this, for the next at least couple of years, we need to be sensible. We need to, I joke about.
We are not in the age of YOLO. We are no longer in the age of YOLO.
No.
Sorry.
No. We need to be, channel your inner World War II home front person. So.
All right. Well, last question we have here at 5350. Rosemary has a question, and this is going to be tied more to astrology. So it might be more of an explanation thing than a reading. I'm not sure. But will something big happen in the first 2 weeks of March? I've heard from a few people that something will happen.
Let me put this down. Well, I know that, how we've talked about Mars going direct, Mars going forward, starting this last Sunday night, and how suddenly things seem to be picking up. Well, they're going to continue, because right now Mars is still going over basically ground that it lost, but it's starting to pick up, and that will continue. Lewis says, what does a blood moon mean? Usually it's in the fall. It's when they do the slaughtering of animals before winter. Joanne's up at the Ides of March. Yes, that is mid-March. Well, I can tell you that starting, okay, so we've got Mars going forward. March 1st, Venus goes retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone's like, well, what does that mean? It means that anything related to Venus, relationships, beauty, art, can be comforts, is more related to the past than the future. At worst, the one thing for the meaning of it that always, do you remember the Kavanaugh hearings?
Yes.
And Blasey Ford, that poor woman,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
she had to get up there and say say her truth.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one comment that is stuck with me, will stick with me forever, which someone wrote in a comment, worst Venus retrograde ever. When you have to go deal with all of that. Thank you, Claude. Oh, thank you. So, March 1st is a Sunday. So up here, that's we're getting Venus in retrograde for a while. So it also makes it harder to form new, what do you call it?
Bonds.
Diplomacy, find common ground.
Right.
Make a change in how we're relating to each other. That can get a little more difficult. But March 4th is Mardi Gras. And March 5th is Ash Wednesday. Daylight savings time ends on the 9th, and then this is Mercury retrograde starting here on the 15th. That goes for the rest of the month and into the following month. So there is a solar eclipse at the end of March. There's a lunar eclipse on the 14th. There is stuff happening. There's definitely stuff happening. Personally, and I know there's some people who are pointing out all this stuff that's going to happen in March. I am still focused more on June, July, especially July, August. That's where I'm really like, buckle up. Because that's when all the planets will finally move, have moved into the sign and be aspecting each other.
Oh.
So could there be upset? Yes, absolutely. And having Mercury and Venus retrograde at the same time is not great for
no
brotherhood and communication and kumbaya.
Is that lunar eclipse going to be total?
That I don't know. I think so.
Because a blood moon is technically happens on a total lunar eclipse. So that's what, yeah.
Maybe that, okay. That's the blood moon I'm familiar with was the in the fall.
No. I was saying because Lewis had mentioned that he had heard that we were going to have one in March, the blood moon, and you said the eclipse. So I'm thinking that's where the disconnect is, where some folks are calling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's where, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris Cole, specifically, if we're talking about Trump, there's bad stuff happening in his chart. But this question was just about, will something big happen the first 2 weeks of March? Maybe to him, but I'm in just looking at what's because this shows me all the different aspects and the different things day after each day astrologically. That's what I
love that
calendar is. There's stuff happening. There's a lot happening, but this isn't. I'd have to go look at Trump's chart because this right here,
right,
this is just hard,
right.
yeah, the eclipses and the retrogrades will make things more difficult. Yeah, when you have an eclipse, it's, one of the descriptions the ancients gave was the light has gone out in the sky, and that's not it's really, really intense, and it also allows energy from the other planets and the other aspects to suddenly get really, really strong. So, yeah. Thank you, Warrior Witch. I'm just having a quick look at April. Thank heavens Mercury will finally go direct on April 7th. What I'm looking for is major planets changing signs. Venus goes direct early April. Thank heavens. So, and okay, there's one thing I do want to tell you about the astrology, and this is something to really keep in mind. Because those outer planets are aspecting each other this year for the first time what's going on with every one of these outer planets, literally Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all aspecting each other at the same time.
Yeah, it's wild.
You've got to go thousands and thousands of years in whatever direction to try to even find something similar, and they're like, basically, this doesn't happen.
Yay for living in unprecedented times.
Isn't it grand? One of the things that's happening is because that's going on, you normally get a list of aspects that are happening that day in this calendar.
Right.
But here's the thing. You're starting to get these massive long lists of aspects because as the outer planets move to as they move into aspect to each other, then as the other planets are moving around as well. Like if you look at Easter here, they had to start a second column for all the stuff that's happening.
Oh wow.
And then you get down to June, July. That's where it starts getting crazy. So I'll have to look at Trump's chart. But the main thing, there are eclipses. I'd have to look how it's hitting the U.S. chart, how it's hitting the Trump's chart. I'm afraid I didn't know about this question, and I didn't have time to look it up. So I'll have a look at it tonight, and I'll see what information I can bring to you tomorrow. But just be aware that I'm more concerned about what's coming later.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us for today. Thank you so much for being here. And Miss Sarah, thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. I'm so happy to hang out with you guys.
Well, we are very happy to hang out with you. So, Raymond says June and July things come to a head. Oh, yeah. Catherine Jones says, where can you get this calendar? I'll find the link in the link on Amazon. I'll put it in the description box. But this is the Llewellyn astrological calendar.
Very cool.
I've been getting it every year for a while now. So it's a good one, and it stops me having to write all of this stuff down because there's a lot.
I remember when you used to write it all down before you started getting those. So yeah, it would be
Thank you, Llewellyn. All right. Take care, everybody. At 3:00, there'll be creative sprints. Miss Sarah will be running that. I'll be there as soon as I can. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And just throw your questions in the chat before I come on. I will look up this astrology, and I'll bring you tomorrow. I'll bring you the astrological news tomorrow. All right. So take care. Be well. You're not alone.
Mm-mm.
We are in this together.
Mm-hmm.
There are good days ahead. I know sometimes it seems like there aren't, but they're out there and they're coming. So hang in there. And we will see you later. Thank you, Queen May. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.